Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we are all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am here for the week of June 24th through the 30th. We are finished with June. We are officially 5 months behind. Today is December the 1st. That means that the next plan with me is going to be July the 1st. So we are actually catching up. I am using the Good Things Grow kit from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. And oh my goodness, this is her new format. So if you guys haven't been around on the channel, hi, welcome. Very nice to see you. I'm so glad that you've chosen my videos to come join in on. If you have not, and you've been around for a while, this is just a refresher on her kit format. So this was a very, 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 very low key week. I mean, very. There was zero, zilch, nada, zippo, except for Thursday going on. I don't even have my planner in front of me. I just have my bullet journal in front of me for the day by day. So this video is quite sped up, and I did it as a one shot. So like, it's very like there's no cuts, there's nothing. It's just this is what you get. Because of that, I ended up doing I'm just looking actually. I've decided to look at my planner because why not, right? Why not? Why the heck not? Okay, let me look at my planner. We'll do that. God forbid I be prepared, right? I will say the week before, the Squeaky Clean kit from the Prairie Planner, it was really well done, and I really enjoyed that week. So if you haven't gone to see that video, go check it out. But I did do straight across here. I only did 2 sets of headers, but I think that this was fine. I didn't love the gingham and the soil like bubbles together. So I brought the gingham in when I just needed a little bit of separation in my spread. And I do think that that worked really, really well. So when Christy when she doesn't have a set of decorative headers, she'll go in with either clip art from the kit or glitter headers. And this one, she brought in soil to make like the soil bubbles, and then obviously the gingham, which works perfect with the kit because it is a growing kit. And given given how much I garden, this is a perfect kit, and it's like made for me. Plus I did some harvesting this week, which was really, really nice to get done. And then I was up again at my cottage at the end of the week. I think you'll probably see a trend for the summer. But I'm just going in with my headers. And then did I go straight across 2 weeks in a row? Now I'm like second guessing myself. I did. Oh my goodness. I like never do that. That's interesting. Anyway, so I guess I want to, when I don't know what to do, I just go straight across because that's my go-to. It's comfortable. Like I like it. But if I'm feeling more creative, then I'll scatter. I only pulled in 2 of the habit trackers. Let's be honest, they're not really for anything. Like I do it. I will say I do habit track in my bullet journal. Wow, this is all over the place. Should I just restart this voiceover? I'm too lazy for that. Anyway, I went in and I do habit track in my bullet journal. So like you'll have noticed that I added making the bed in. I tracked this for a few months until I decided I didn't need to track it anymore. And it was because it was a habit. So maybe I should add something into my planner again and try again. Because it's like, yeah. Anywho, this green doesn't match exactly, but I didn't really mind. There's so much going on in the kit. It really doesn't detract from the page at all, especially when you see the stickers that I've brought in. But I just was noting that I was slumped in my planner. Or my reading. After Heat of the Everflame, it was not a good time. Oh, the other thing that I should note about my, days is that instead of moving my headers up to cover the days of the week, I moved them down. That is how little I had going on this week. And that's why my headers are a little bit lower and there's a little bit more white space at the top. I actually don't mind this look. It's just been a very busy year. So there's been a lot going on. And I like to mark a lot, except for, yeah, Monday was rough and Tuesday was rougher. So you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. But on, okay. Planner Alex, come on, catch up. Vamonos. Come on, darling. I wish my gardens looked like this. I'm pretty sure the one on Thursday is what Christy, who's the owner of Sweet Tea, hers looks like. But not mine. Mine are not this nicely looking. Anyway, I tried to figure out how to note that I worked from home on the Monday and tried to figure it out to take up space. I wasn't fantastic. So I just pulled in this girl from, what's it called? Oh my God, Alex. Jesus. Anyway, Murphy. Anyway, Fox and Cactus, just to note that I worked from home, and then I harvested peas in the afternoon, and then I realized I actually did have more marked for that day. So the harvest peas, so the harvest is from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. It's a custom font, and then the peas are also in her shop for those of us who garden. And then the family time is also from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. And the Stanley Cup Game 7 final little hockey guy is from the Coffee Monsters Co. On Tuesday, I turned one of the half boxes vertically, so it took up more space. And then I just have the Productive But Crying Girl from Fox and Cactus and just all day work in the office. This week, just as a side tangent, this week I was supposed to be finished one project, and I was as of the 24th. I wasn't supposed to start my next project until the next week on the Tuesday. But they tapped us in early to help out on this week, and it was very busy and very upsetting. When I got home from work, I was really, really tired, and we just had outdoor play in the evening. I don't even know what we had for dinner. I couldn't mark anything. I didn't get into my planner or into my Bujo until Thursday of this week. On Wednesday, I worked in the office, again, Productive But Crying, but that morning, because I had daycare drop-off, I went ahead and I got Tim's, which is Tim Hortons for Americans. If you've been here for any amount of time, I typically do try and get Tim's. And then we had training for 2 hours on this day. I really don't mark work stuff at all, aside from work from home, work in office. So for me to have marked that, it was a very, very dull week. And I forget what the training was on, which is probably an issue. Anyway, those two icons are pulled from the kit, as well as the next one, which is a little envelope, and I got Happy Mail on this day from the Prairie Planner. And then when we were coming home from the office on this day, we drove my friend home, and it was comedic because I've got the 2 car seats in the back, and I'm squashed between them, couldn't get my seatbelt on, squashed, and it was just really funny. Then that night I was exhausted. Work really does take it out of me, being in the office, having to deal with people, and then that training was a lot. I remember it was settlement training, just needed to do that. So I went to bed early that night, and I pulled in a paper and milk Maru for that. On Thursday, I noted daycare drop-off, just with a little flag from the kit, and then I brought in the girl, Fox and Cactus Girl, on her laptop again to note that I worked from home. And then my sister bought a house, and it was a really big deal. I'm very, very, very proud of her. She had been hunting for about 10 months at this point, so it was really exciting. And because she bought in Toronto, obviously it's a very hot market, and it's very it's very difficult to buy, especially when she's a tiny little person, and she was having people outbid her in cash by $450,000, $225,000, absurd amounts, life-changing amounts. So did that, and then on my way home from dropping off the kids, I went to Sobeys. Then I had to call RBC because of debit card fraud. I was scammed. I'm mortified about it. And then I had to call Rogers because of overbilling. If you guys know, in this country, we have 2 telcons, Rogers and Bell. And Rogers overbilled my account And typically about once a quarter, you'll have to call Rogers to get your bill fixed. Like, keep an eye on your bills because they are really, really sneaky. Then I used a Coffee Monsters Co. icon just to know that I was really in my feelings. I realized in hindsight, looking back on these last few spreads, I was headed into a depressive episode and it was a lot. I changed my sheets. I used a day extender to note that I changed my sheets. And then I had laundry that I had to do, obviously. And then I went for a lunchtime walk because I was in my feelings. So glad that I went. On Friday, I worked from home, and then I had a really bad morning with my kiddo. He just was really unhappy. He didn't want to go to daycare. Like, it was just not a good time. And then while he was having a tantrum, my little guy, who I am potty training, or I had started the process of potty training, peed next to the potty, but not in the potty, and we have carpeted floors. So that was really tricky. I got daycare drop off. I was in like a horrific mood all day. So I used a little paper and milk Maru, just sad Maru. And then I did film my July kit lineup on this day so that I wasn't super duper behind. I was pretty proud of myself. On Saturday, another Bunny Bear Plans icon, just to note that I packed, and then we drove to the cottage. As soon as I got to the cottage, I jumped into the lake because it was going to rain the rest of the afternoon, and it did. It was a very, very, very rainy afternoon, so we just spent lots of time with my family, which was really nice, and that rainy boots and umbrella is from Fox and Pip. Then on Sunday, it was very cold in the morning, so I just played with the kids inside. Like, it was too cold to take them outside. It was wild, and it had been raining, so it was very, very damp at the cottage. And then that afternoon, because I was going to swim rain or shine, my sister's boyfriend and I went down and we went swimming at one of our big docks, and I was showing off, and I slipped, and I hurt my foot real badly. Like, it was a week of pretty bad foot pain. And then my dad taught the kids how to collect kindling and what to look for. And then he baked brownies with the boys because it was still a super rainy day. So that was my entire week. I really enjoyed it. I thought it looked really nice. I had a really fun time. I'm just keeping the pages that I want to keep, and then I was throwing out the other pages that are largely blank, but I thought this turned out really well. I actually don't mind the spacing. I don't mind how everything turned out. I think it looks really nice given how empty this week was, so I'm really glad. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Toodles, friends!